Hey guys, Othania here with Create Your Future. So today I'm going to talk about what usually happens when your manifestation is about to arrive or when it's like really close around the corner and you kind of don't realize it yet. But since you're about to watch this video, then you'll be more aware and you'll start to realize what's happening before it happens. So let me get right into it. So usually what happens, and especially what I've noticed in my experience, and when I talk to clients and I gathered, I guess on average what happens, what people experience before the manifestation comes in, and especially from my experiences, is that you start to feel the grip of your desire lessen more and more as each day goes by. And as each day goes by, you still might have your triggers little here and there. But like I said, each day it lessens more and more and more. And why is that? That is because you are getting closer to a desired reality. Because in the desired reality, there is no attachment to the desire because you have it. So it feels neutral. So your body is so intelligent that it starts putting you there in the embodiment of yourself before you get there. So you'll start noticing that your thoughts are changing. You start surrendering more. Your thoughts start getting more towards surrender. It's like it's just not so much like of what's that word? Exasperated, I think is, it's not like in when you're aggravated and you give up. It's not much so of that, even though it can be that sometimes. I've noticed that sometimes when I've got aggravated, but usually it's more so of something like when you just let go of the need to control or figure out or worry about it. Because in your desired reality, there's nothing to worry about it. You get what I mean? So when you feel it lessen and lessen, when you start noticing that you don't care to look at your phone as much to see if they're calling. When you notice that you're not feeling afraid when bills come in as much. When you start realizing that you're not feeling anxiety when people say certain things about health or things that might trigger you, you just start to feel neutralized. You start to feel neutral towards the things that once made you feel worried and anxious. And that is because you're getting closer to the desired reality. Um, you definitely reach a point of surrender, um, consciously or unconsciously. Um, a lot of people do it unconsciously when they just be like, oh, okay, you know what? I don't care anymore. I give up. Or someone says, you know what? However it works out, that's just how it's going to work out. I'm just going to let things be. That is also another way of surrender, acceptance, making peace with where you're at. And when you make peace, when you make peace, when you make peace with, that's why I said it like that, because I'm saying peace and with at the same time. When you make I'm about to do it again. When you make peace with where you're at, it's the same feeling as acceptance. It's the same feeling as I'm okay. I have this. There's nothing for me to worry about. So when you genuinely there, that is the only signal that basically lets the subconscious know, okay, it's time to shift into this reality. Um, for example, if you've been trying to, like, for whatever reason, manifest a text and you just want communication back with someone, and you found yourself waking up looking at your phone, when you're just out, just getting a quick peek at your phone just to see if something popped up, to see if they looked at your story, to see if they just anything that you were looking for the 3D for validation for. Crap, I lost my thought, but I'm gonna just continue. Hopefully, it still makes sense. But if you keep doing things like that, you're I think this is where I was going with it. You're telling your subconscious mind, like, I don't have this thing. And you're going to stay where you don't have it, because if you're really with your person, right? I think I'm starting to remember what I was saying. I think I was talking about if you were waiting for a text, that's where I was going with it. If you're waiting for a text or communication with someone, and you find yourself looking at your phone, checking your phone, and then you start feeling less anxious, like, you know what? Like, I don't care to check anymore. Oh, yeah, that's what I was going. You checking the 3D and stuff like that. And then you just find yourself getting anxious about wanting to look. And it's like a natural thing. And you're just like, you know what? I don't care to look anymore. I don't care to peek at my phone anymore. Like, I don't care anymore. And it's not in like a hateful way or a bad way or much. It's just like I surrender, and whatever happens, happens. And I'm just going to allow things to happen. And that right there is when you reach a point where it's like your subconscious is telling you, okay, it's enough. It's been impressed now. You can let this go. And usually, I mean, if not days later from that feeling, something pops up. Something shows up that gives you evidence of the thing you've been wanting to manifest. So it's not about letting your desire go. It's not about that. Because when you let something go completely, it usually doesn't show up in your reality. So it's not about letting your desire go. It's about letting go of the worry and anxiety over constantly, consistently about it. You know what I mean? It's not to say, oh, you can never like have any types of worries again. I mean, you shouldn't want to constantly dwell on a worry, but it's not to say that you can never have a negative thought or not worry, but you don't want to constantly make that a thing, because the point is to shift yourself into a better version of you so you can have a better version of thinking about things. So, usually when things show up is when you don't look for it. You you know what you want. It's you. You know what you want. And when you reach a state of not worrying about it, it's perfect. Because why would you want to worry about it? You know? Are you going to be worried? I mean, you know what? I'm not even going to say that, because the reason why most likely you are here where you are now, especially if you're trying to manifest the SP back, is because you were worried even when you were with them. Because I was gonna say, would you worry if you wasn't with your person? But the reason why most likely a separation happened is because you were worried while you were with them. You were still worried. You were still being the old self. So when you find yourself not worrying, that means you're different. You shifted. And when you're in the state of not worrying, you're not even realizing that you're not worrying, which causes the manifestation to pop up. And it happens so naturally and so, I think magically is the word. So magically sometimes, and especially in my experiences, when I know that I really wanted something and I just got to the point of letting the worry about it go and just finally settling in the embodiment of it, it happened so fast that I didn't even realize that I stopped worrying about it. And it happened so fast that as soon as I stopped worrying about it, it showed up. Like, it's amazing how it happens once you finally let go of the worry about it, honestly. And you know that something big that you've been wanting to manifest is coming in when you just feel like you want to make peace with everything. Like you want to make peace with everything in your past, because when a lot of love is coming into your life, you cannot be able to still hold on to a lot of hate and a lot of resentment and a lot of worries and doubts and fears. You can't hold on to that and expect things to create a reality and jump into that reality of love. And you're still holding all of this stuff, right? It's like, imagine you have like a flight to paradise, but on the to paradise, you can only dominantly have to get on the plane. You have to dominantly have a certain amount of love within, and you can't carry any hate with you on the plane dominantly. You, So to get on your plane to paradise, find a way to fall in love completely with yourself, make peace with everything, and naturally, like I said, the grip will lessen and lessen. And the more it lessens and lessens, especially for the big manifestations, these are for the manifestations that are like where you feel it's almost close to impossible to happen. Don't completely get rid of the desire, but lessen the worry and the anxiety you have surrounding it. Make peace and accept where you are. And automatically, when you stop worrying more and more, you're gonna naturally not worry. And you won't even realize it. You may realize it when you really, really aware of your thoughts and yourself. But a lot of the time you don't even still realize it that you're in a new state where you're not worried about it. And then when you're not worried about it, there it is. So when you have a feeling of inner peace, when you feel yourself lessening your grip more and more day by day, you feel yourself not needing it as much as you needed it anymore. When you find yourself just feeling whole and complete within yourself. For example, if you're like manifesting money and it's like, okay, I put that desire out there. You stress about it, okay, whatever. You have your doubts about it, whatever, okay, but don't hold on to that, because what you hold on to, if you're holding on to the doubts all the time so much, that's going to be your wave, most likely for a lot of things, and you don't want to create that. So it's just like, okay, say them with the amount of money you want, visualize what you need it for, what you want it for, okay, and then make peace with where you are and allow it to come to you in the most least resistant way. I like to say that when I'm manifesting stuff now. I noticed. I like, all right, if I'm manifesting this, I'm like, okay, bring this to me possible. Bring this to me in the most beautiful, most least resistant way possible. Where everything happens so beautiful and so natural for me. That's what I like to say now, especially when I manifest things, because I realize works, that works and helps for me. So, bring this in for me in the most beautiful way possible, even for love. Bring this love to me in the most beautiful, most least resistant way possible. Bring this to me in a way where I don't have to worry about this. And then automatically your subconscious is going to take that in, whether it be a few days or a few weeks, whether it be that day, a few minutes, however it takes to take how you take it in your mind, whatever, where it depends on wherever you're at mentally in the individual and their circumstances or whatever they have going on. And my thought again. But you take that in, and I gotta start like writing my notes down, I guess. I tried like to free flow, I guess, with it and just say what comes from my mind. But maybe I'm just gonna have to start writing down a few notes. But um Yeah. Now I think I completely forgot. But you want to just start telling yourself, convict yourself. I'm ready to be at peace with the situation. I'm ready to let go of my anxiety surrounding this. And I am allowing for things to work out in my favor. And you keep telling yourself that until you get to a point where you're really just like, okay, whatever. I'm just allowing. And when you reach that point, I'm telling you, when you genuinely reach that point and you feel free, something shows up that gives you evidence of what you wanted. If not the complete whole thing. But you just have to make sure you keep going. Once you get your manifestation, you have to keep up what you did consistently to get it, to maintain it. You got to do your best to keep up with the alignment that you had when you brought it in. So, and also I wanted to add that same feeling you feel of peace before the manifestation comes in, you want to just do your best to maintain that. Even when your manifestation comes in, you don't want to worry about losing, because the worry, all that worry is still your old self. Um, so to wrap this up, so everything just all makes sense again in the conclusion. Um, what happens usually before your manifestation comes in is you start feeling less anxiety surrounding it, especially when it's like you want to manifest somebody back and you've been trying to manifest them back for so long, and and you're just like, you know what? I'm okay. I've been okay. And I send love to this person. And whenever we meet, we will meet. Whenever we talk, we will talk. It's all going to happen because it has to happen. But I'm going to release the control. And when you get there and you genuinely settle in that, some way, somehow, the evidence of if you want in communication with that person, some way, somehow, it has to pop up. And it'll pop up in the craziest way. Or not, I don't want to say the craziest way, but in the ways that you probably least expect. So when you feel peace, it means that you're getting closer to your desired reality if you're not already in it already. And you're just going to keep taking actions until it pops up as an experience right there for you to experience. I mean, it always worked out for me. Like when I wanted something really bad and I had like anxiety around it so much and I finally let it go, it always the manifestation always popped up when I was like in the middle of doing like a whateverness. And when I say whateverness, I mean like of me just being present in whatever I was doing, and I wasn't thinking about what I wanted at all. I was just doing what I was doing in the moment of my whateverness. And some way, somehow, my manifestation popped up. Whether the person called me, texted me, they unblocked me, or whatever the case may be, something always happened when I was present and focused on myself. So, um, yeah, when you feel relaxed, then you start feeling whole again. You start feeling like, you know what, I'm fine, I'm okay. That is your greatest indication. And along with that, when you're not caring to look in the 3D for any type of validation, like almost whatsoever, because you're so whole and complete, ready for your manifestation, that you're not looking for it because you're ready. And you just want to stay on that wave. And because I truly believe that wave is what keeps you on your desires. You don't want to go back to your old self because it's just going to put you in that those old stories and similar situations and circumstances and things like that. So just to get rid of that and bypass that, Stay on the wave that got you your manifestation in the first place. So I intend that that has helped you. If you're in need of coaching to understand your subconscious mind better, um, definitely link up with me. There's a link for that in the description box below. And Create Your Future does have a free course. And if you're interested in that, there's a link for that in the description box below. And until next time, with a new video and a new deep talk about it, have a good one. See you next time. Bye.